Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And off we go from Lambeau. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Off play action. Gibson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
on now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to the heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 101 yards, and a score.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson got his man complete over the middle. That's Ford. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, Gibson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Odafe Owe. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a give right side. Nolan. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Gibson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. So a first interception.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 7 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Cowboys had 8 and 5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Out quickly to Judy. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! Cole Kmet with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the play fake. Gibson. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Back to throw. Gibson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Gibson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Operating from the gun, Gibson. That is caught inside the 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and that will force a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Gibson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run up 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now back to throw.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second and 8.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll set up to throw. And that is hang on. It's 3rd down. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
From the gun on third down, Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Odafe Owe able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
18 Cardinal.
On third down, Nolan. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Off play action. Gibson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw. Gibson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Up the middle they go. Nolan, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Quick slant here to Smith.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start with an NFC East battle and a classic one, New York and Philadelphia. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Chris Godwin up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Gibson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Frank Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for him. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gay is on for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd down, Gibson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Eluding the pressure right.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gibson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Back to throw. Gibson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again. Gibson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ford. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Gibson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
He has it complete to Christian Watson, and he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The result, a first down, as a quick slant gets him 14. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Gibson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Odafe Owe. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gibson. Under pressure, they got him again. Odafe Owe drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Gibson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Gibson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Osa Odighizuwa coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Gibson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking on the midfield logo. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing on first down. Gibson. That's taken in by Watson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 13 yards, first down, Packers. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gibson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Touchdown, Packers! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Cowboys,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
the day. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
That's good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy. But the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
On third down, Calhoun over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On play action, Fields.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles at 13-3 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game.
Oh, what a move.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 15-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Fields.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
A great effort there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
So maybe they can use that and carbon copy it.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, partners, the 1st quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Fields on first down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Fields.
He's got him in, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-zip. 5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And now out comes Houston. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Give left side for Pierce. Finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he stopped immediately there.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 21-0 our score after 1. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Calhoun.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Calhoun.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Play action. It's Fields.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields throwing the out route incomplete. That's Banks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye court.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Calhoun. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And it's caught.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Calhoun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Texans get a bit closer. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. then the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and he makes the score 21-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Off play action, Fields.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
first and goal, looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Fields now to throw.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Banks. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
And Gay knocks this one through, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on third down, Calhoun. Caught by Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Higbee secures it over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to the... Get right to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one.
Alec Pierce.
A touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Curtis Samuel, up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Nick Chubb with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Fields on third down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down the field and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Calhoun. Touchdown, Texans. Paris Campbell from 6 yards away.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So they try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down, it's Fields.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pierce now up the middle.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Sutton reeling it in on the left side.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a handoff for Pierce.
And able to work his way down to the 16.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Calhoun firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Calhoun. Throw left side, complete. That's Sutton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all.
So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On 2nd and inches, Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Fields. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Gay's kick is good, and with it they have taken the lead.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Calhoun throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Calhoun looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. So nothing doing there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Houston. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get, that first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Fields. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack.
because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Calhoun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Calhoun.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They will find Davis. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Calhoun. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Calhoun. And incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football. But
would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.